Steaming up the lens. Oh yeah, baby. A little something different. Did not have the usual selection of peppers, and I'm trying to think that vitamin C that's in there is messing with my insides. So we're gonna try just broccoli and chicken today. Got out the winter plate to eat on. They've been out, but I just, wanted to show you our cute winter plates. Alrighty. Obviously, it's a work from home day. It's Friday. It's beautiful. It's sunny outside. I will show you right now that we had some cool snow that was falling earlier, and I could only really see it because of the refraction of the sunlight through it. So let's take a look at that. So the true confession is that I have just been eating whatever I want lately, and it is totally shown on the scale. And so I even after the video that I shot months ago talking about the whole weight loss and fitness journey, I was totally fallen off the wagon, which I really didn't think I was going to do. And I have put on, since my absolute bottom low, I'm like 20 pounds more than that right now, which is not okay. Having dropped 60, it's not okay. And yeah, I'm still more than 40 pounds less than I was when I started the whole thing. It's not okay. So I chicken and broccoli is what it's going to have to be. Got to get some protein in me. I got to stop eating the crap. I'm going to have a serious heart-to-heart with the lovely and talented missus about buying, we've got Chex Mix in the house, and we had something that we took some food to an event, and we had a bunch of tortilla chips, and so I've been eating those. They're so good. They're just so good. It's so good. Ice cream, so good. I have to stop. Okay, I'm actually distracted because on the tree outside in the yard, my neighbor's tree, there is a Cooper's hawk. And I'm not going to be able to get you to it. It's in between all of this stuff up in here. Let me see if I can zoom in enough for you to see. No, you really just can't make it out on this dealio. So that little bird just flew away from it to get away from it. It's right. I can't get my finger in the way so you can see it. It's right there. Yeah, you can't see it. There's no way. All right, place in the dishwasher. I didn't eat it all because I'm not a pig, although I did eat a lot of it. I probably had like 1 1/3 of a chicken breast. But the problem is, you have to understand, is that now I want more food. There's breakfast cereal here, and I could use some of that. I'm gonna eat some cashews because I'm fat right now. I might stop working from home because I have access to all my food. Honey Nut Cheerios sounds good right now. Hey there. I the other day tried to do some burpees. Now, I don't do the push-up part on the burpee because I'm not really good, because my shoulder still doesn't really support that activity very well on the floor, as we saw a while ago. But I, a year ago or so, did a burpee challenge where I started with 1 on the first of the month and then did 2 on the second, and then added a couple of burpees every day. And it went pretty well until I messed up my knee. Anyway, so the other day I tried, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to do a couple. And it's more of a, there's another word for it if you don't do the push-ups. And I can't remember what it is. So I'll do some more later. Like many things, I can't do a lot of them, so I'm gonna break it up during the day and get as many done as possible that way. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and I'm working from home, and one thing that I just realized I had not ever done is put together this little under the cabinet shelf that I liked a while ago. It's been sitting upstairs, so let's do that. I love these sets of instructions with no words. So I got 4 of these, I got 4 of those, I got 4 of those, and 8 of these little things, and all right. Cool, makes sense. Just put the frame together and then lay the shelves on it and take them on and off as you need them to make it expandable. Remember, 20 pounds per shelf when weight is evenly distributed. Oh my goodness. All right. So you may have noticed what I was doing the time lapse as I kept screwing these, tightening these things in, and they're threaded way deep into these sidebars. So look what I did, because I just kept tightening and tightening. I totally squished the crap out of this thing. Oh well, it's solid. It's not going to go anywhere now. Woohoo! The thing that's cracking me up though is these shelves. When I go to put them on, they don't want to stay on. So that popped off in the back. So if I push the back down, it was inexpensive. What do you want? I got to clean up this mess now. Yep, they weren't lying. I almost forgot to remind you to like the video, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and ring the bell if you want notifications. Yeah, these are obnoxious reminders. So while I'm reminding you of stuff, don't forget about the merchandise links down below, because maybe you want to buy some Cincinnati Dad stuff. All right, back to the regularly scheduled programming. See ya. All right, second pan. A lot of bacon needs to get cooked, so we're going to cook it. It's Saturday morning. Everybody else is asleep, although somebody got up and made something and left a little bit of mess on the counter, which is my life, people. My wife has to go work the school gym, the concession stand, admissions and that. She's the athletic director there, so it's part of her job. And I'm here on Saturday, and I guess the expectation is I'm going to clean up. But I have to tell you, as a Cincinnati dad, I resent having to clean up after everybody when everybody should be cleaning up after themselves. All right, so order of operations, right? Laundry goes in first. Start the bacon, and then I'll start folding some stuff to try and stay clean and delaying eating as long as possible because we've gained weight, but that's what the bacon's for, is, kind of keep the keto train rolling. And then I got to work on the stairs, which you saw a little bit of, and I have a lot of work to do on that. So I like to put laundry in first, because then laundry's doing itself while I'm doing other things. I've said that before. So dad tip on this Saturday. Okay, tasks to be done. I just uploaded a video, so I have to get in here on the computer then, because I do everything on the phone. But now I'll have to, select my playlist that I want it to be on. I wonder if I should change the name of that playlist to Cincinnati Dad. Oh well. And then I use this TubeBuddy tool, which works in Firefox, not so much in Chrome. And in addition to doing my end screen, which is a pretty simple thing where I just copy my end screen from a previous video, import from video. I'll just do what I did on the last one, click import, and then I have unsaved changes, so I save the changes, and then when they're saved, then we just close this. Oh, we've got some fishing going on, so there's a warning about that. That's okay, I understand.
You always check where the email came from. Hover over the links to see where they're actually going in your emails, people, so you don't get spammed and scammed. And then I'm just going to import all of my tags from my list that I use. And I mentioned all that stuff pretty much, so I'm just going to let it load up. And then when all of that is finished, we will save. It does have a handy tool. I can jump from video to video to video to video if I have a lot of stuff to change. There's a local television personality who has her YouTube channel, and she always puts vlog in the title of hers, and she's actually doing a lot better on YouTube than I am. Of course, she's been on YouTube since she was a teenager. She's also, pretty and stuff, which I am not so much. But she does that, so I just thought I'd give that a try. Oh, it went away. Why'd it go away? Right there. So we're gonna give that a shot. All right, I think all of my stuff is imported, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click save, and then I'm gonna fold this laundry, and then I'm gonna whine about the socks that I folded up a week ago, still sitting on the table, and the drinks that are over here sitting that should have gotten cleaned up, because I'm a whiner.
Well, I got busy and I forgot about the bacon, so it's a little crispier than I wanted. We typically buy the Kroger butcher counter thick cut bacon, and it's so much better. It's just so much better.
This didn't fit, so I'm taking it apart and I'm going to put it back in the box. I hope my wife still has the receipt. Oh, I really was hoping that I'd be able to leave it partially assembled, fit it back in the box, but that ain't gonna happen. Of course, I mustn't forget the 2 extra. Look, people, this is hard to do one-handed, all right? And all I can think about is how dirty my floor is, and then I just showed it to you. You know, one of the things I like best about Sunday mornings, I get to sleep in. So it's light when I go to church, as opposed to, workday mornings. That's changing soon. We're approaching spring. It's the 16th of February as I back out of my driveway. Ooh, tomorrow's my brother's birthday. And a niece, so there you go. All right, I got nothing. Make your day. Have a great Sunday. I gotta get on the road. And I gotta get my seatbelt on, which means I have to put down the phone. Camera. You know what I meant. All right. Woohoo. I have no idea what... I have 2 things on the schedule today, and that's it. Got sand volleyball this evening, and my kids got a 3 o'clock basketball game, just planning directly. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it! Oh, sideways in the car. It is what it is. Almost to church. I actually just had loaded up clips into iMovie so that I can edit them and almost catch up. Here we are Sunday, and I'm up to last Tuesday, so I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday that I need to get up. And I've been struggling with Strava, which is, I'm sure it's a great app. It's a runner's app, or runners love it. But I use it to just connect my Apple Watch to Fitbit so that I can still be a part of the Fitbit community. My wife's got a Fitbit, daughter, it's, people have Fitbits. And when I got the watch, I wore both for a while because Fitbit connected with work stuff and we had a step challenge going, and then I figured out a way that I didn't have to do that with another app, which works really well for that purpose, called Withings. So I've got the Withings installed, and it really gets all of my Apple Watch steps and sends it to the work thing that we track steps with, which is fantastic. Strava was suggested as a good intermediary between Apple Watch and Fitbit, because Apple Watch and Fitbit are competitors. They don't talk to each other. And it was working okay. It was collecting most of the steps, but I had to reconnect my Fitbit account to the Strava account every single day. I'd go in, I'd been walking, doing, a lap of the second floor at work, and I go and I'm like, look at Strava, and they're not connected anymore. And so somebody I know walking down the street from church, I wonder if she's going down to the square to get coffee or something like that. And it was a bummer. So I contacted Strava about it finally and said, hey, listen, I've been doing this. I have to do it every day. And they said, yeah, do it on the computer. That should work, as opposed to doing it on the app. Okay, I did that. That worked for like a day and a half. And I was back to it was disconnected again. So a different Strava customer service rep support person got in touch with me, and I don't know. I said, no, well, we'll give it a try. It's still, let's see if it's still happening. It's still happening. Go ahead. And finally, it disconnected itself. And so I emailed the guy back and said, it's disconnected. And then later that same day, like this was just Thursday, work from home on Thursday. Later that same day, I went and it was connected again. So I assumed that the Strava people had connected it in the background. Well, now today is Sunday. Since then, it was the worst performance ever. Yesterday, I had 8,000 steps. And according to Fitbit, I had just under 2,000 steps. So I just deleted both accounts last night. So sorry, Fitbit, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Unless I reload the apps in today and give it one more shot. And if not that, then on that, because it's just silly. All right, see you, bye. All right, another Sunday morning in the books. I just wanted to briefly mention, oh wait, let me fix something first. Sorry, the thing that I wanted to fix was already fixed. Oh, look, somebody made a spot next to my car, which is gonna make it difficult for me to get in, because that isn't a spot where they parked. That's a reminder of days long gone by when parking was a problem here at the church. It is typically not still a problem. Oh, sorry about the bad photography because of that. I've talked about that before, that the solution to the parking problem is generally to find the first spot you see and then enjoy the walk. And the thing that I thought I was fixing, I did not actually need to fix, which was that I have left the camera on the back camera, with the back camera, but the microphone on the back side is hidden up in there. And if you turn off stereo recording, and I said stereo sound when I filmed it the other night, then you actually get a little better sound quality if you're filming this way and you're relatively close to yourself. So I did do that. All right, so let's talk about something else while I put my seatbelt on. Of course, I'm not sure what that's going to do to the sound now as I record with the other camera. All right. I particularly enjoyed the scripture this morning. It's one of my favorite little bits in the New Testament. It is Acts 10, chapter 10. And of course, it was just a part of it, but the significant part for me is the story is about a Roman centurion who sends for Peter, who used to be called Simon. And then Simon, who has this vision while praying on the rooftop, where he's staying at a tanner's house by the sea named Simon. This is all set in Caesarea, which was a total Roman town, basically almost built, I think, as a kind of on you to the the Israelites there. So pagan-ish, you'd want to say, temple to the Roman emperor and the Roman gods, and Jews just didn't go there, right? You didn't hang out there. And he got then invited by this faithful Roman centurion to go hear his message. And before it happened, though, he's sitting up on the roof and he's praying, and he is hungry. He's hungry. And he has this vision 3 times where a sheet comes down from the sky filled with all kinds of food on it, but food from things that Jews didn't eat, unclean things. And the voice of the Lord says, Peter, you are hungry. Take, eat. And Peter says, nope, can't do that. I've never eaten an unclean thing in my life. Because, he's a very devout Jew. And the voice of God says, don't call anything I have created unclean. And this happens 3 times. And, then it goes away. And right then, the representatives of this faithful centurion say, hey, we're looking for you. Are you Peter, who used to be called Simon? And all that happens. And when he gets there to the place where he shouldn't be, the city where he shouldn't be, where as a Jew, he really isn't terribly welcome, to a Gentile's house where he shouldn't be. And the first thing he says to the guy is, I shouldn't be here. Gentiles do not host Jews. And bing, the light bulb goes off where Peter's like, oh, right. So just because you're a Gentile doesn't mean you're unclean or not a child of God and not worthy of receiving this message that I have. And so he tells them about his experiences as a Christian with Jesus. Right? Everybody, all child of God, eat whatever you want. That happens again where he learns that lesson where he is to eat, and he says, if my not eating what my host has prepared for me would cause offense, then I should eat. Because none of God's things are unclean, and my dietary religious restrictions are secondary to the human interaction, the human connection. So that's Dave's thought for this Sunday, February 16th. We'll see what the rest of the day has in store for us. Make your day. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and like this on the video. I like these kinds of interactions, these kind of discussions. I hope you do too. Sorry, I keep not looking at you because I'm driving. I know I shouldn't vlog when I'm driving. Perfectly safe. All right, see you, bye. I'm going to see if I can find the button and hit it without looking at it.